you own a business and you're looking for qualified referrals, head over to nhbusinessshow.com/goldstar to look at joining the Gold Star Referral Club. I'm in it. I love it. I meet so many fantastic people. So head on over to nhbusinessshow.com/goldstar and check out our Gold Star clubs today. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the New Hampshire Business Show. My name is Chris Pastrana, and today I'm here with Chuck Goodwin and Meaghan Slottje from Pine Trail Woodworks. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm glad I got all those names right. It's fun every time I have multiple guests on. I have to say all the names. I'm like, oh man, here we go.
Yeah. You did good. You got it all right.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So let's start with, I guess, the history of you guys and the business and all that.
Yeah. So we officially started up about 5 months ago. A relatively new business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a financial advisor by trade. Meaghan is a graphic designer. And we, as an artist, she's always drawing and designing. I've been a builder my whole life, always creating, building, making. I come from a family of antique dealers and construction workers, so I've been designing gifts and making projects for people, and I do all the Christmas gifts, and made furniture for my house. And about 5 months ago, Meaghan decided we were going into business together. Actually, about 8 or 9 months ago, you made a logo for me and started saying, "Hey, we're doing this." It took me a few months, and we've kind of gone in full swing. And I've been doing this pretty much
since the end of October.
2 full-time jobs is what it's coming down to right now, and building and creating kind of unique products for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big change.
Yeah.
You said financial advising?
Yes. Yeah.
So that's a big change from that to running woodworking.
Yes. Yes.
So where did that come from? Just kind of passion?
Just passion. Work? I said I've been an advisor for about 11 years, or in the financial industry, about 11 years. I'm still doing it, right? And this has been kind of my side work. I've always been doing this. I've been making gifts, making products. People ask me to make things, I just do it.
Yeah.
And wanted to turn to something that I could, one, make money off of, but really just be more known for. It's the thing that keeps me motivated in many ways.
Or you say keeps you sane.
Yeah, keeps you sane. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of where it started. That was the foundation of it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I like that. Because when you turn your passions into at least a side job or just kind of a fun thing, it's way more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you like money, but I hate numbers, so I would never be able to do that. So I like talking to people, so I started this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that. That's pretty good. And then yourself as well. You said
you're a graphic
designer.
I am a graphic designer. I own my own business. I've been doing it for about 10 years, and I make a little bit of everything. But it's on the computer, it's on the screen, it's printed. This is the first time I really feel like I've gotten to make something that I can use, I can give to people. So this has been a great adventure.
Yeah. So how do you guys come up with things that you want to create?
Yeah, there's a mixed approach to it. We have a style, and we've had a hard time defining it. We've had it, bohemian rustic, some people have called it, high-end lodge. We have a style that just naturally,
farmhouse.
The rustic, farmhouse, and it all kind of fits in this realm. The way I describe it is mostly we make statement pieces, things that are unique, right? Like I don't make a lot of coffee table that just looks like every other coffee table. It's going to be something that someone comes and says, "Hey, I really want this. Can you make it?" Right?
That's where we get a lot of our products is custom orders. Somebody just wants something. I can't find anyone else who will do it. Can you put this together for me?
Yeah, or they find it online and they say, "I see this thing, and can you find it?" And I spend a lot of time sourcing materials, reaching out to different, sawmills, lumber yards, tree clearing companies. We have our own woods that I'll take material from. I have trees that I've cut and stacked and let it dry over the years. So I've been making those for my own projects, right? So that's kind of part of it. And the other thing is that we'll spend a lot of time just looking and saying, "Hey, that's really unique. Can we build something like that, right? Or how do we take our own spin on it?" I tend to, when it's, we've got a lot of our smaller stuff today, but when we make something, if someone orders it, I'll make 4 or 5 of them, right? You make the first one, you figure out how to do it, then I batch out 4 or 5, and then we'll use those for shows or other items like that, or to show people what we can do, and then redesign it around their specific needs.
Okay. Now, because I know you do you help with the creative process and everything? Because as being creative designer, graphic designer, you're probably creative.
I feel like we both do some of all of it.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I think when it comes down to the technical kind of build piece, I
Yeah.
do more of it.
Yeah.
As far as the art, that's all you. Like I don't, like I can't. We make a lot of little rustic signs for craft shows and things like that. We didn't bring any of those, but like
Art and measurements is me.
I've painted one of them. She's painted 100 of them, right? Like, yeah. So you do a lot of it.
And I think a lot is me coming up with a crazy idea, showing it to you, and then you making it work in real life.
Yeah, I've done that. So
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a really good team. I was talking to one of my last guests. I don't have that. I used to have a partner who was very similar to me. He was really creative and stuff like that, but we didn't complement each other very well. So I don't have that in my business. So I go outside. I have a couple like interior designers and stuff and artists who, I'll bounce creative ideas off of.
Yeah.
And that's good to have from, person who wants to be technical in the business. And then when you need to get creative, you kind of like, hey, I need to talk to you. Like, so it's good that you have that internally.
Yeah. We really do mesh a lot of skills.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our online work and web work, Meaghan does all that. She's designed our website, which we've just kind of put up formalized this week. We've had it been building. We're on Etsy, Instagram, Facebook. I'm pretty active on social media.
Yeah.
As far as posting consistently, either projects we're working on, things for sale, our Instagram page. I find that that's a good way to connect with people. And we do get, it's interesting. Like every time we start to feel like we're having a little bit of slowdown, like this time of year is the slowest time of year.
Yeah.
People have gone through the Christmas gift rush and they've got all the stuff they want. It's winter, no one wants to do anything. And spring, they start wanting to redo their house. So that's when we get bigger orders and people saying, hey, I need this piece of furniture, things like that. It's coming up now. But every time it starts to slow down, someone out of the woodwork will come out and just say, hey, can you make this for me? I heard about you from here. Someone mentioned your name. And that's really how I've been growing. So it's been about an online presence, but then organic growth through word of mouth through that, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. I like companies that, again, you said your website's fairly new.
Yeah.
But it sounds odd in today's day and age, but you don't really need a website to even run a business anymore.
Yeah.
It's like we've moved past it where you can function almost entirely off social media because the word of mouth there is so strong that you can do that. It's impressive. It's good for small businesses.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Drink my water here. So let's talk a little bit more about the actual products you guys
Sure.
have, because I know you brought some samples in today. So I want to show some of them so everyone can check them out. And
Yeah, you want to talk about that one?
Sure.
Yeah.
I can do that. So this is a cedar cribbage board we made. We had some requests for special cribbage board, something that wasn't, what you were just going to pick up at any store, any toy store. And we saw this piece and said that needs to be a cribbage board. You did a lot of work on this.
Yeah. So it's red cedar. These are I said I do a lot of recycling, upcycling. I try to reuse wood whenever I can. Barn wood, old lumber. These are cut-offs from a tree clearing company that I'll go and collect it and dry it, and then we'll cut it and saw it. So we actually do all this by hand. Saw it down into boards, hand plane it, and make it into the, this. I guess my favorite wood is red cedar. It's just gorgeous. We'll keep the edges, so it has that rustic feel. The idea again being, I want this to be something you buy to go, well, that's unique, not just because I want to play cribbage, right? You can get that anywhere. One of the things we learned very quickly is that, you're never going to compete with, produced items. You're never going to compete with a Walmart toy or something like that. So if someone just wants it, they're going to buy it for $15 somewhere, right?
Yeah.
You're looking for that someone who says, I really like that. I need something that, it's about this represents me. So if someone's really into cribbage wants this, right?
Yeah.
So this is a really important part of my life and I like it. So that's kind of, we came with this piece. We made different styles. We've done engraving on them for people specifically, but we brought one of these today. Yeah.
And one of my favorite things that we made is for kids, we like to do different shaped animals. A lot of people are moving away from the plastic toys that you can get at the store that are all the same. I've had a lot of people with kids, friends with kids, ask if we can make these, if we can make, we do maple teething rings, just something the kids can play with that's, more natural, fun, the big shapes. They love it.
Yeah, we make it so teething rings out of hard maple are probably one of our biggest sellers. They're little, as far as little items where, babies just love them and they're safe for them. They don't splinter and there's no plastic on it, and it helps actually with their teething much better than a lot of rubber and plasticky pieces. So
It's really cool. I never
Yeah.
thought.
yeah, it was a
They're,
request
I mean, they're
from
they're hand sanded down to be completely smooth, so there's
Yeah.
no splinters. It's hardwood.
we actually got that request from Nini Bambini in
Yes.
Bedford. Was
Yeah.
looking for someone to do that for them, so we made a bunch. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pick one else up. I have a 1-year-old and then I have a newborn on the way as
Oh,
well. So
congratulations.
we're probably gonna need a few of them.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That one was one that surprised me.
Yeah, that was.
I wasn't aware of how much babies would like that.
Yeah.
Somebody came to the craft shows and they were giving them to their babies, and they loved them right away.
Oh yeah. All right, and our
Talk about
bottle
this.
openers.
This was your-
Yeah, this is
One of your pet projects.
It was one of my first pieces we started selling consistently were these bottle openers, rustic cut, where we cut and match the bottom to it. We come in on all different stains or shapes, and we actually make two. So we make this one with the cat. We make one with a magnet, and we've put them up. We've product tested them, let's say, at different events. We'll put them up and see which one, and this one by far wins. I thought the magnet would, catches the bottle cap, but people just love feeling it, seeing it like pop and fall in, so we've been selling these for a while. Again, the whole idea is you can buy a bottle opener anywhere. You don't even need to buy one, right? And it's something that people say this represents a feeling. It's a cabin piece, a lodge piece, something that they like, and we've I've done a fair number of these. We just make them, hand cut them, and design them and shape them, and a lot of it's just the idea is to keep that kind of rustic feel while keeping it functional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then these started because your wife needed somewhere to hang all of her medals from her running.
Yes. So my wife, again, we'll talk about the local group is what's the runners group? She runs this town, which is a huge Facebook women's running group. My wife's a big runner,
Okay.
and Megan's a runner, and she said, "Hey, can you make me something to hang my medals? I think people would like them." So we made 4 different designs, basically, and this
And
is
then
the more
stole her
elaborate
bib.
one. Yeah, we stole her
And
running.
stole her medals to
Yeah.
test them all out.
Yeah. So we make them again different variations. This is someone can put down their best times for the
Yeah.
races.
Their
They can
goals.
hang all their medals, their most recent bibs. We make a simpler one to just say run, that just have your medal
Run,
hangers.
race,
Hmm.
lift.
Yep. Now we've started making them for competitive lifters. We've got lift, and we've got one that's beast mode. We just finished with somebody. The idea again is trying to come up with a general idea of something, and then people reach out and say, "Oh, I like that." I said, "Well, how do you want it differently? It's something we can design for you." And I love that feeling of making something unique. That someone goes, "Well, I want to take this home. It's mine." I don't want you to ever feel like you just went and picked it up off a shelf, and that's really important to me with everything we make. Even when we make, we batch the stuff a lot, but every one we tend to paint a little bit different, right? We'll change the stain, we'll change the shape. You can talk to the mountain shells, probably best for that.
And this is the last piece we brought with us today.
Yeah, so this is a smaller version of one of our mountain shelves. These are hanging mountain shelves, right? More decorative wall piece. This one is, again, more of just a example of this type that we do. We've made 4-foot ones. We did one for the presidential range. Teppan Mountains was what we just finished. Yeah, which was a 5-mountain range. And we've done them specifically to whatever people kind of care about, right? We're in the middle of making one actually that's much thicker as a dollhouse playhouse for someone. They wanted their kid to have an outdoor natural kind of dollhouse area to play with instead of indoor. So we built a huge one.
All hand painted with flowers.
With shelves, with trees mounted in it, and other things like that. We're making one for someone now that's going to have all of the 4,000 footers written on it with check marks. So as they go through, they can check off every one they've hiked.
Yeah.
So again, it's about something that you hang at your house and you go, wow, like this matters to me. That's really why I love doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have hit on so many things that
we went on a run there.
And it's pretty cool because you go to each step of this, and from the kids and the little things there to the running thing, and because I'm just thinking about all of the loose medals I have laying around my house, because I used to wrestle like competitively, and I was very good at it, and I'm like, I'm probably going to talk to you guys about building something so I can put all my wrestling stuff up and actually keep that. This is cool. This is why I wanted on the show. I love, the startup companies or the small companies that are just unique.
Yeah.
They do this type of stuff. It's way more interesting than well, I shouldn't say more interesting. I'm not making fun of my other guests.
They're all interesting.
Yeah. But I really like it. I like the passion behind what you do. And I like that.
I think that was the thing that finally pushed me over the edge to doing it, is that when you have something innate in you that you're just going to do, like, why not make that into your career, right? And I think through my life, I've always separated that. I said there's the job and then there's the life in many ways. And, you know, Megan and I are both very active people. We have a billion different hobbies. Like, we are always trying and doing and you know, adventuring. And that's, you know, and again, you know, my wife's the same way, her husband, our whole group of friends are very kind of just adventurous people. And so when I said the opportunity to say, hey, like, I'm going to build this stuff for people, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to come up with ideas. I have a workshop just because I want one. Why not make it and then not just sell it, but be able to put that out there to other people and say, hey, you've always wanted something like this. We can do that for you. And because, again, it's our side business, it's custom built, but it tends to be out of reclaimed or reused materials, we can keep it affordable for people too. And that actually matters a lot to me. Because I've had people say, oh, I really want this, but I can't afford it. So we find a way to do it. We just finished a live edge mantelpiece for someone, which is a floating mantle. It's, you know, about 4 inches thick. What was it? 48 inches long of white pine. It matches their floor. I mean, you go to buy that online, it's going to be $400 or $500 easily. I was able to do it in this case for about $150, which is a lot cheaper than I can probably do it again. But because I knew enough people, found the connections, and actually found the piece from someone that I could get it affordably and do that. And I was able to give them something that they really wanted but couldn't find anyone to do. It was actually, I found that one on Facebook. They asked and nobody would respond, like because no one could find a way to do it. And that made me feel real good, saying, hey, like, I got this for you. And again, I need to make money. That's important. But I need to make people happy, I think.
Yeah, that's really good. Cool. So I'm going to roll in real quick into a word from our sponsors, and then we will come right back. So this is it, everybody. We were officially week 1 done of the Ideal Health program, and I am down 5 pounds. 5. So we're off to a really good start. I'm super excited with how everything's going so far. Had my first weigh-in, trying out a whole bunch of the food that I didn't try out last time I was on the program, and I'm excited to see how easy this is. Again, because I was a little worried coming back on would be difficult, but it's easy. I'm enjoying it. If you want to learn more about the program, head over to nhbusinessshow.com/ideal to check it out, because working with Stephanie is easy. It's fun. She really helps through the process, and they even have a phone app for your phone to help you get through the entire process and keep track of how you're doing. So check it out, nhbusinessshow.com/ideal, and next week I will give you guys another update on how I'm doing, and it's going to be a fun journey. I want to talk a little bit about maybe the behind the scenes things. I usually, second half of the show is we kind of get into how do we help other entrepreneurs and things like this. So when you're running a startup business like this, because you're really good at what you do on this side of it, is there any struggles you have on the other side of running this business?
You said, I want a logo. I don't know how to make a logo. I want a website. I don't know how to make a website. I want to have an Etsy shop. I don't know how to do it. I would say reaching out to other people that know how to do what you need. People like to give advice. People like to help. If there's other small businesses, they want to help you. So I have a lot of friends who work in website, who work in design things, and I'll just toss something out and say, hey, what do you think? Do you think this looks good? Does this get my image across? So I think that was something that was hard for you, is you didn't really know who to talk to about these things.
I think as far as real struggles that we're having currently, though, I think the whole, the business side of it's hard. Like the accounting side, how do you set that up? How do you become a business versus a hobby? We're still developing that, right?
Well, it starts with when you only have a couple jobs, you have a small spreadsheet that you work with, and then you realize I need a better way to account for everything we do. Expenses.
And, we're in 2 different locations, working out of our homes basically, right? So finding, who's got what place where, shipping, that stuff's been challenging.
My car holds everything.
Yeah, your car holds everything now.
My car is a traveling shop at the moment.
So I think those would be things. What else? We can talk about that. And I think the other piece is moving beyond or getting connected with businesses looking for items versus people. That's something I'm really struggling and want to move into. I'd love to get involved in more interior design and people were saying, hey, again, I know we have the ability to build anything people want. It's finding those people saying, oh, we're building a new cafe. We want a wall piece that looks like this.
Yeah.
Like those connections have been a challenge. We've, here and there, we got little pieces of it, but wanting to get into that kind of step into that world of people who do that and are looking for, again, my ideal world is, you have an interior designer who just calls and says, I need this made.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to be able to do. And that's how I see transitioning this from a side business to someday a full-time business, because that is the goal. The goal for me is to make this what I do.
Yeah, cool. I have a couple. I can't even talk. I have a couple interior design friends who I'll reach out to. And
that'd be awesome.
Point them in your direction, because one of them, her big thing is she's eco-friendly. She's she's all about that. So because she's eco-chic. So I think this would be a good direction to point her in too. Because we probably help each other out that way. So yeah, I'll definitely make the intro for you guys. That'd be pretty cool. Cause I also I totally get the accounting part of it too.
Oh yeah.
Like because just from what you said, like man, the accounting is such a pain, and I know some people love.
And how much did you spend at Home Depot? And
That's great. Even getting like the bank account set up for the business versus my account, hers, we have receipts, and I was tracking it, and like, okay, we finally got the account, and it's all looked up, and that just all those steps took much longer than I expected it to.
Yeah.
You would think that doing the work would take the most time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think so. If we talk about struggles, it's 2 full-time jobs. I've got kids. You've got Jeremy. You got okay. Like we've got full lives already, right? We have full lives, and we're putting in hours of work on this, right? I mean, I brought 5 things that we built. We've been this 5 months. We have hundreds of things. We're just making.
I think the process has become more streamlined as we work, and just trying to work out a more efficient way to do things has helped a lot. Stopping and saying, okay, how is our workshop set up? Can we make this a more efficient process? Has been very helpful for us too.
Yeah. That's really good. That's a good point, because you had mentioned it earlier with you bring clients on, but there becomes a point where with the type of products you make, you can't mainstream manufacture like all these other people do. So because you have that, that unique customized feel, like it does limit to what you can do.
Correct.
So it's going to be a growing pain to figure that out. So
yeah. I mean, you're looking at eventually getting into the idea of being the higher end, larger pieces, right?
Yeah.
But you need to have the reputation.
Yeah.
You need to find the right clients, and you need to find the time. And I think it's important to both of us that we don't sacrifice our families and our our family lives too. So it's a balance. I mean, I work often. I work till 11 o'clock at night regularly.
Yeah.
Then I get home and I do this, right?
Yeah.
So and I work till 1, 2 in the morning. Get up at 8 and then start my day, right? You're in a similar boat too, where you'll be working, full time on your graphic design, and then switch over to this and do the website, and then say, hey, I need you to paint this, and it's an ongoing process.
We also keep a running list between us.
Yes.
On an app that we can both access.
Yeah, like what orders are open and check them off. It's just a list app. It's not.
Did you finish anything today?
Yeah.
All right.
And I think a thing that has really been wonderful about this is it has never felt like the job, right? And I think that was the thing I was afraid of. A big thing that kept me from jumping into it was, how much I have to. There's only so many hours, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want my kids to ever feel like I'm sacrificing them for this, right?
Yeah.
And if I was stressed and extra work and I was doing it just for the money, it wouldn't have lasted, right? You wouldn't be able to do it. And we find more and more that this is fulfilling in the life and makes life better. And my kids will come down to the shop, they'll help me. I was running a planner the other day, and my son insisted that he could help with it, and he just threw a bunch of sawdust in it. He thinks that helps it.
Which one did that?
That'd be Tommy. So the more sawdust that comes out of it, the better it's working, right? So he just filled it full of sawdust.
Ironically, we get your kids to sand the kids'
they
toys.
sanded a bunch of the kids' toys for me and stuff, and they'll come down. And again, I want to teach them these skills too. It's very important to me that I pass it on. That they understand that they can do anything they want. We work primarily with wood products, but we can do anything with it, and that's kind of a thing I want my children to understand.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So, how do people get a hold of you, reach out, get jobs scheduled in?
That's me, all the technical.
Yeah, you got it.
Social media, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. Everything is Pine Trail Woodworks. PineTrailWoodworks@gmail.com. Our website is Pine Trail Woodworks. So basically,
.com, yeah.
.com.
Yeah. We have an Etsy store as well, with most of these type of items. Smaller pieces are listed.
But our website also shows the bigger items that we've been working on. I've put in a section that has the projects, the big projects that we're doing for people, the large mountain shelves, the mantelpiece, so you can get an idea of what you can have made, if it's something we can do, or just get ideas in your head.
Yeah, so it's pretty much any way, you know.
Cool.
Yeah, we try to keep it very open. I mean, it's the advantage of today.
Call me. My phone number's on the website.
Yeah, everything is on the phone, so I can just answer people.
Yeah.
You know, I do throughout the day. I'll get requests. Can you make this? Or I saw this, and we'll talk about it. You know, yeah, it's pretty amazing the ability to do it. Like you said, without having a website.
Yeah.
That was my first thing. We need to build a website. We waited 5 months because we were so consistently being using the other platforms that it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This was a lot of fun, and I really appreciate, like I said, the custom. What was it? High-end lodge.
High-end lodge. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate this.
Okay, and we're gonna roll out with a word here from our sponsors. So everyone, be good and have a great day. Head over to nhbusinessshow.com/audible to get started on your free 30-day trial with audible.com and to collect your free audiobook. They have over 180,000 to choose from, and you are not gonna be sorry about this one.